I felt a cold weight settle in my stomach. There is no community. This is private land. She pulled out her phone instantly. That's not what the HOA documents say. I stared at her. HOA? She nodded like she'd just delivered the final argument. Yes, Lakeview Property Association. You're part of it whether you attend meetings or not. No, I'm not, I said. There is no HOA on this land. Never has been. The young guy, Tyler, shifted uncomfortably. He looked embarrassed. Ma'am, maybe we should just… Not now, Tyler. She turned back to me. You don't get to opt out just because you want to be antisocial. These properties share responsibility. Share responsibility doesn't mean you get to hand out my cabin like an Airbnb, I snapped. Her eyes narrowed. Don't take that tone with me. I'm the president of the association. There it was. The title. The power trip. I don't care if you're the president of the United States, I said. You're trespassing. That word hit her like an insult. She gasped. How dare you? How dare I what? Tell you to get off my porch? Tyler quietly mouthed, sorry, like this happened a lot. She crossed her arms tighter. You need to understand something. This lake thrives on cooperation. People like you, who isolate themselves, hurt the community. I stared at her in disbelief. You showed up uninvited and tried to give my cabin away. And I'm the problem? Yes, she snapped, because you're refusing to participate. That's because there is nothing to participate in. She scrolled furiously on her phone. I have the property list right here. Cabin 17. That's not a real thing. It is, she insisted. And as president, I have authority to assign short-term use when needed. I took a slow breath. This woman wasn't just entitled. She was delusional. Listen carefully, I said, keeping my voice low. You and your guest have two options. You can leave now, peacefully, or you can stay long enough for me to call the sheriff. Her mouth fell open. You wouldn't. Try me. Tyler looked terrified now. Ma'am, seriously, we should go. She spun on him. No, this is my responsibility to handle. Then she turned back to me and said something that made my blood run cold. I know the sheriff. He's on the association side. That was the moment I knew this wasn't just a misunderstanding. This was a pattern. I pulled my phone out right in front of her. Great, I said. Then he won't mind taking my call. Her confidence wavered, just a little. I dialed the non-emergency number. She scoffed. You're making a huge mistake. Dispatch, the operator answered. Hi, I said clearly. I have two individuals trespassing on my property at address. One is claiming authority through a non-existent HOA. There was a pause. Can you describe them? I did. The woman's face went pale when she realized I wasn't bluffing. You don't need to do this, she said quickly. We can discuss this like adults. You had your chance. Tyler whispered, please, I don't want trouble. I know, I said. You're not the problem here. Her eyes snapped to me. Don't you dare undermine me. The operator said an officer would arrive shortly. The woman's posture changed instantly. No more confidence, no more authority, just panic wrapped in stubbornness. You're overreacting, she muttered. This could have been resolved internally. By you bullying me into giving away my property? She didn't answer. Instead, she started packing up Tyler's bag herself. Fine, we'll go, but this isn't over. Actually, I said, it is. They left, but something didn't sit right. Why did she think she had authority? And how many other property owners had she pressured? That afternoon, I started digging. County records, zoning maps, legal filings. There was no HOA. None. But what I did find made my stomach drop. Several complaints filed over the past 2 years. Different names. Same handwriting. Accusations of non-compliance. Threats of fines. Fake letters on official-looking letterhead. She'd been running a phantom HOA. And people were paying. The next weekend, I came prepared. Security cameras, audio recording, printed copies of property records, and a plan. Right on schedule, she showed up again. This time with 2 women. Backup. She didn't even knock, just marched up like she owned the place. We need to talk about your behavior. I smiled calmly. Perfect timing. I stepped aside and gestured toward the porch table. Have a seat. I was hoping you'd come back. She hesitated but sat. I started recording openly. Can you state your name and role in the HOA? I asked. She proudly gave both. And you claim authority over this property? Yes. And you've collected dues? Of course. And assigned usage rights? Yes. I slid the documents across the table. Then you should explain why none of this exists legally. Her face drained of color. One of the other women frowned. What do you mean? I explained everything. Slowly, clearly. They turned on her immediately. You told us this was real. I paid hundreds. Her voice cracked. I was just trying to help the community. No, I said. You were controlling it. That's when a sheriff's cruiser pulled into the driveway. Perfect timing. The deputy listened, reviewed the documents, watched the recordings. The woman, real name Linda, sat silently for the first time since I'd met her. This constitutes fraud, the deputy said, and harassment. Linda started crying, not from guilt, from being caught. The other women were furious. Tyler wasn't there this time, thankfully. I trusted you, one said. The deputy turned to me. Do you want to press charges? I looked at Linda, the woman who thought she could control everyone around her. Yes, I said, I do. She was escorted away, not in cuffs that day, but with a report filed. An investigation opened. Over the next few months, more victims came forward. More evidence surfaced. The fake HOA bank account, the dues, the threats. She was eventually charged. The lake went quiet again. No more phantom authority. No more entitled strangers. No more fear of someone claiming what wasn't theirs. Just the sound of water, wind through the trees, and peace. Real peace. The kind I came here for in the first place.